shirt trend. Change the shirts. I had my big gun shirt on anymore. I wore his shirt yesterday, that's the city.
Shame.
Can I have everyone on tables 3, 4, 5 and 6 vacate please and head up the top for the blocks so we get these semi-finals underway. Thanks.
Testing, looks like we're good. Afternoon guys, Brent Hampton here, giving you a bit of commentary for the semi-finals of the ACT Optical Kings Cup. We'll be playing in the Blanc, so there's every chance I'll probably get called up in the first round of matches and I'll be gone in the next 5 minutes, but just thought I'd jump on anyway. So semi-final on the left we've got Matty Harmon taking on Dixon, and on the semi-final on the right we've got Crawley and Dave Rothall. So good representation from all the states. I think Matty Harmon, apart from Stevie Woods, first ACT player to qualify for the semis in this, apart from Stevie Woods. Oh, you did you? The semi? Kenny did a few years ago, so apologies for that. We've got Dixon representing the Vics, Trav representing the Blues, and Dave Rothall representing the Reds. So, in order to get here, I think Matty Harmon knocked off Jeremy Maguire 9-5. Trav Crawley knocked off Jamie Stevens 9-3. Dave Rothall, Kenny won't want me to bring this up, but knocked off Kenny 9-2, I believe it was, and Tem knocked out Jakey McCartney, our number 1 seed, 9-7, in what looked like was a pretty screamer of a match. So that's what we got. All these semis are raced to 10. And yeah, anyone that's made it this far will definitely be giving themselves a chance. While we roll through, big thanks to all our sponsors as always. We've got Team Lish, our locksmiths, Eagle Eye Cleaning, Corrib Formwork, Knuckles German Restaurant here at the club, Unique Electrical, Handyman Pro. Handyman Pro. Sunday Soccer, Ibis Styles, Diamond Brickworks, the Top Rack, and also Pool Stat. It's fantastic. And of course, our naming sponsor, and I think he's been here through the life of the tournament, ACT Optical. Suraj out there does a great job, and obviously Kenny Nickel at Cuball TZ. Joining me on the mic in a few seconds will be Joshy King. Just press the red button. Test, give it a test.
Test.
Might want to turn you up, you're pretty low, I think.
That's all right, mate. I speak loud enough.
Bring the mic down maybe a little bit. Go again.
Test.
Yeah, that's better.
That's better?
I think, looking at the little green bars on the left.
Oh, right, that's, yeah. Okay. So we don't want to max out.
No, that's all right. Kingy, welcome, mate.
Mate, 2019 ACT Optical Kings Cup, mate. Thank you very much. Another cracker of a year, buddy.
Yeah, mate, absolutely. A lot of hard work's gone on from a few people, but most notably probably Matty Harmon, mate, and it's definitely come to fruition.
Definitely, mate. Matty obviously does a sensational job. Record numbers this year with the turnout. We had about 120, so fantastic turnout here for this year's Kings Cup.
Mate, absolutely. So, a couple of screaming semis.
Mate, 2 very quality semi-finals here. I think form-wise from watching over the weekend, Temujin Dixon has to be the one to beat. He is absolutely on fire. And hopefully Matty Harmon can represent the ACT well here and give him a good run. And on the other table, mate, the Roth. He is absolutely a machine. And Trav Crawley playing some good pool as well. So, mate, definitely 2 great semi-finals for the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd definitely say out of the, all the ACT players, Matty's probably one of the stronger ones, and it's good that he's in there because he'll give Temujin all he's got. But the other 3 blokes, Temujin, Travis and Dave, from what I've seen this weekend, these guys are, they do have a bit of a rep to be solid players, but they're definitely the best players here this weekend by far.
Mate, definitely.
So yeah, it should be a screamer. So we're underway on the right hand side, and Dave's broken and gone dry. So I'm thinking
Trav to the tables, and other than
I think he's yellows here, mate.
Well, you got to go yellows. I guess it's just getting that starting ball.
The starter ball might be that yellow in the centre, potentially under the red to the right corner, maybe. I don't know. I think just because that yellow over the top right, he'll go the yellows.
Yeah, that red up there is a little bit awkward.
We might just roll this one.
The only chance he's got is if he takes reds and rolls the one in the middle and uses that ball near the bulk to extract the other red.
Yeah, I think it's just, merit in both ways. I think it's just what he prefers, but I agree with you. He just needs a little kiss on that red, pop it out. I reckon he'll play this one here and then play the plant on the 2 yellows as your next shot, but let's see.
Yeah, he's taken that ball you've said. He's gone the yellows.
Looks like he's given it a bit. So,
it's a good solid pot to begin with, and it's got him on that iffy ball to start with.
It's a great result. I don't know if he was, I think he was playing for that. I thought he might have been trying to kick one of those yellows off the cush, but the way he's landed on, maybe he was playing for that, because if he has, he's absolutely plumb. Yeah, and just a reminder for everyone there, we've got the link at the top of the screen, you should see there now. So for anyone that's jumped on, if you jump on and give a donation, I think all the proceeds go directly back to Cue Ball TZ, so back to Kenny to help with equipment. He's, a lot of his own personal money in getting this set up and buying the equipment, and not just money but time as well. So any donations people can make are greatly appreciated. So just jump on. If they just go to that address link, is it up there, Kenny? HTTPS Streamlab. It's also in the comments, so you can click in there. So any donations are greatly appreciated, guys. So jump on and show a bit of support. So we're underway on the left as well. So I think Matty broke, and red's looking pretty nice. A little bit awkward. A little bit awkward with the white ball now, but if you can cue this one in here in the corner, he's got a really good opportunity. Trav now playing that plant. I would rather have been playing that plant on his second visit that I said he could have rolled it, because there's all that chance on that angle you're going across. So now we'll get to see whether Rothall's going to play your shot, mate.
Yeah, and obviously Roth comes to the table with the same issue that there was taking reds off the break, is that red on the top rail. But I do think that red nearest the bulk is probably the one to extract that with.
Is he on it now? Can he play in and under it now off this red to the centre, or is he too straight? So that one,
I think he's probably too straight on it at the moment.
Because I don't know how many other options he has.
I think he may just sort of play this one and then the other red to the centre, to the opposite centre, and use that to get onto the ball near the bulk. Yeah,
I thought he might roll this on if he doesn't have enough.
He might just roll this in and then
land himself in a
screw
spot where
back
he can get into
below that other red.
Because he doesn't have to extract it, but that's probably preferred. He can play a cut across, but it's probably a massive shot. He didn't have that angle, so he's going to clean his work up down the bottom here. Oh, yep. Not mine. It's Tanaz's.
Tanaz's beer. I'll piss in it.
Matty's getting back to the table. He missed his red over the pocket, and Tem's now covered the black up to the right corner. So Matty's going to go out. He's going to have to play a tidy little shot to get pot that black. You want to get in behind it or play a double.
This is going to be the key for the Matty Harmon Tem match, is Matty to get off to that quick start.
Yeah,
I think if Tem gets away from him, it may be a little bit tough.
I think, you know, whilst as great a player Tem is, you do get chances against him. It's just, I mean, I played him in the Friday night comp, and as I said, he produces some massive outs, but he will, I think his style of play, like he takes them on. He doesn't, from what I've seen, I haven't seen a great deal of him, but he's very aggressive. So you will get chances, and like I say, I think it's all about whether Matty can take some of those chances and apply a bit of pressure on him. But even if he does, Tem's first class, so I think regardless, Matty's going to have to play his best in this one. So he's going to try and land on the left-hand side of the table to leave himself a natural sort of angle. Oh, he's just hung it.
Bit of a wild shot there from Roth.
Advantage Tem now. This one on the
I think
left.
Roth was trying to use that centre ball there to extract that one that we mentioned earlier that was a bit of a tough one, and now he's left himself with a long red to get back up that end of the table, and the extraction just doesn't look on now, so he's going to have some trouble here. Trav's still in this frame well and truly.
Tem, massive favourite now if he can just plant this ball in. It does look like it's sort of out a little bit. He might have to play it soft. Not sure if he can play it as hard as he might want to, but yeah, it just wasn't on, but I think he's still fine.
And I tell you what now, that black goes in off that yellow. So those three yellows that are there together, you can probably plant that black into that yellow and sneak under.
Oh, it's a prick of a shot because he still has to come off the yellow, then off the cush, then off the other yellow.
Can he get to that yellow? Can he get to that red on the top rail, in the top pocket?
So. You're asking a lot of him, I reckon.
Oh, mate.
But there's an opportunity, definitely.
Sometimes my vision lies against my ability.
Great double from Matty Harmon. Gives himself a chance. We're about to find out whether your shots.
Mate, it's there. It's there.
Well, he's got some options. I think if he doesn't land in behind it where he might want,
he's looking at that shot. I like it.
So Kenny's. I just think the fact that he has to go in under the other yellow that's in the pocket as well as off of those three yellows in the bottom right. He has to play off the left one and then still get it under the yellow in the pocket. He's playing it.
He's playing it.
You obviously see
there.
something I can't. This would be a massive shot getting started.
He's just got to pick this right angle. There's plenty of room there for that black to go through.
I think if you can just catch the knuckle off the pocket first,
and then off,
and
yeah,
catch
definitely.
it in under the yellow, if it doesn't drop, he's over.
Meanwhile, on the other table, the Roth's just covered up that pocket. That was the issue.
Yeah, good shot from Roth. Smart shot.
Trav's going to try and use that yellow in the middle of the table to get under that red as well.
He's going to put a bit on it.
Yeah,
great effort.
Great effort.
Clip the other yellow on the way in. So, yeah, pretty big advantage for Tem still. Has to make sure with that yellow that's behind the black. But when he's ready, I think it plants quite easily. Just want to make sure of his work on that ball on the top left that's sort of just off the rail. But I don't see any problems for him from here. He could also, if you can see that, he's going to play it now.
So a couple of messy frames to start with on both sides.
He kicked the black
first. He was a bit lucky there.
Oh, and that yellow's just held up for him.
So it should be a pretty easy transition here for Tem.
Tem just got to...
The issue now just becomes that ball below middle pocket.
Well, he can't extract now either. He has
He
to
can't
play this
extract.
one at a soft pace to hold for it and then leave himself an angle to get back down.
Exactly.
And
yeah, look, he's been rolling these in beautifully. Yeah, a little bit of bottom left, just gets back down below.
It's all money ball.
He's basically got it out just below the blue spot and he's fine.
That's just
so that's fine. A fine cut here, and it'll be a frame that both players feel like they could have won, but Tem will go 1-0 up.
And probably eases the nerves a little bit if there were any for Tem. Get off to a good start, so... goes up one. Mate, I will say I have, you know, Trav always seems to get around to the comps, but I've been watching him a bit and he looks like he's playing some really good balls. So whilst a lot of people might potentially see Rothall as a heavy favourite in this one, I guess given Trav's going to England soon, played a money match for Swan not long ago, he's probably put in a bit of time, I'm imagining, on the table of late, and he actually is hitting a really good ball. And just as I say that, he's left himself a clanker of a spot, but I wouldn't be surprised if he pushes Roth and even knocks him off in this one. Yeah,
look, obviously, as you say, Trav heading over to Blackpool, not too far away for the World, so he'll definitely be putting the time on the table. Took out the New South Wales state title not too long ago as well, and yeah, that money match against Sarwan was not the result he expected, but he would have taken a lot out of that match. So he's probably just going to play this one down, and I can't imagine he's going to want to pot this, but he's
get the black out of that spot. He wants to kill the black. Yeah, it's a really
good shot. That's a good shot. He wants to hit a rail. Yeah, that's probably all he could do
there.
Off
if you're going to go for it, just make it as hard as possible. Ideally, it would have been on the cush, but from where he was, it was a really good effort.
I had,
and he had
no idea he had 2 shots.
So great commentary from us.
Yes.
So, what have you got on the left? Tem on the reds, and looks like he's got...
He'll just float across for this bottom row one. He's pulled up a bit short.
Makes the cut a little bit harder, and he has to hit it a little bit, but I think if he can just concentrate on the pot...
He may go away from it now. He may leave that ball till last.
Geez, looks fine.
He'll just play off top rail to get to the left-hand side of the table.
Wow. That looked a lot finer than I thought.
Oh, he doesn't want to hit that red. Oh, look, that's absolutely beautiful.
Obviously,
I don't know whether he played for that, but
he's still got it's a little bit tricky. I think he's got to cue this one in nicely. You got to make sure of the pot, and you want to get your wide off the cush.
The style of shot he played there, I definitely thought he wanted to get to that bottom rail, but I don't think he meant to go between that red and that black.
Oh, there's no way.
I don't think he picked that gap.
I think he was happy to just take his medicine and play whatever he had after that.
Yeah. But Roth here will probably just play the billiard. Oh, okay. All right, so he's just going to pull up again. Showing a lot of patience here, Roth. And
Tim doesn't want to be screwing over the ball. He should be fine.
No, he should be fine.
He's just going to come back out.
He's just going to play out to sort of the middle of the balk line and make that long pot on the black.
He does have a big pocket as well off the yellow, so he's got a bit of room for error. So
he's just got to make sure that reaching over this and queuing over, he just cues nice and strong. Oh, and he's missed the pot. He played the biggie pocket and missed it.
He's landed fat on the black, but if it goes in, it's forgotten about, but probably didn't need to hit it that hard. But he did have the big pocket, so it's actually a bit of a surprise it snuck in and hit the jaws. But
so Matty with the opportunity here just to tie Tem up a little bit. He's got those 2 problem balls on the rail there that he's nearest to. So we may see him play the centre ball first just to give him a better angle to play an extraction shot with those and get a snooker.
I think as long as that, of those 2 yellows, the one that looks like it's on the cushion isn't frozen, he might have a nice, easy snooker he can play. You know, if he can get down on this 3rd ball on the rail, play it into the corner and just be right behind it, he could hopefully tuck in nice and tight.
So Ross give Trav a chance here. As you can see, Trav's lining up that yellow 2 past the red, which I think it does. I think the problem will be getting on the other yellow. The natural pass for the white is to go past that point where he needs to be to cut that other yellow in.
I think he either jams it.
Yeah, he's decided against it. He's just going to roll up on this other yellow. Oh, a little bit of a...
just attempt to Rothall into something, but...
Meanwhile, Matty's played for those 2 balls, and he's actually left one on the rail, which is a bit of a mistake, but Tem is heavily snookered.
I think he's just ball on the rail with the ball on the cush.
That ball on that rail probably stops Tem from getting up to that red that way.
He's got to hit it. Can't see.
Tem, get your head out of the way.
I think he's fouled. I'm not sure actually.
I don't think it
Yeah,
fouled. I
was trying
think,
to see on the
I think
table.
he's made connection.
Yeah, he didn't.
Obviously with a total, doesn't have to hit a rail afterwards.
If you guys see that change, can you just plug the person who done it?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
Roth.
a bit of an error there from Rothall.
It looked good, but he's actually cleared out that yellow. So Trav's actually just got to float down now from this yellow. And provided he makes his first pot, should be a pretty simple 1-0 to Trav after. Yeah, tight frame to begin with.
This little corner ball, you want to sort of be behind it, I reckon, as good as you can. Because if he's playing it sort of where he is now, it could be a little, it's missable.
He'll just float down just below middle pocket.
Yeah, good call.
Perfect.
That's a much nicer shot now. So, just getting up, make sure of it. So Matty now just having a look.
And
where he might be able
just
to
a
leave.
tip to obviously your amateur players at home. What Trav's done there is obviously was a bit indecisive about the shot, but he just got up, made sure of the next shot, made sure of that progression between shots. And a lot of people will reset but stay over the shot, and it will make them not so much miss the shot, but it can make it a little bit more difficult and bring errors in.
So the shot Matty's just played makes you think he might have two. He's just played the ball that was on Thames to the middle bag. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see if he lays up, but
He's hit that ball fairly hard.
we'll see with this shot here, I guess.
He's probably just going to use the centre of those three just to snooker behind. He'll just roll up behind that.
Maybe even the
So
bottom
he's just
one.
got to control the pace here, and Trav has missed that sitter.
Oh, wow.
He'll be very annoyed with that shot. As you can see, his reaction going away from the table.
Ooh, is
Meanwhile,
Matty
Matty's
played it?
probably left that a little bit far away.
No, he's called total. Thames just called total, so he's totaled. It's a good shot from Matty.
Still, I would have liked to have seen Matty go right behind that yellow rather than give Tem the angle to maybe go off a few rails.
Ooh. Big chance for Matty now.
Big chance for Matty. Obviously, that
Red spat.
spat back out onto the rail. Ross got to hit this nice and fine. And
That's what he's done. It's a good shot.
yeah. And he'll just run through off two rails, off the top rail, and get back down towards centre pocket. And Matty,
That's all right.
it'll be a huge cut this if Tem can make it. I'm not too sure whether he'll take it on.
I don't think he can play it. He might. I don't know. You can't. You don't want to leave Matty on that yellow over the corner, so you might have a look to see where he can leave him so that he doesn't. He may also be looking off two cushions with the red. So top rail, left rail, and back down. Let's mark it that sort of. That's the only shot he's looking at here.
And that's a cracking shot from Dave. He actually didn't run
No,
through the
straight
ball.
double. And he's got a bit of contact. It hasn't probably.
I think
worked
Matty will
out
be
fine,
alright
but
here. Matty can just roll this
should
yellow
be.
through and get on the other two. So
Just a few roll-ins after this one.
he's
Mm,
gone a
maybe
bit
not.
strong there. And that's 1-0 to the Roth. Trav will be kicking himself there. He feel like he should be. He worked that frame well there, Trav.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, that jaw on the black was not what he was after. And Matty has completely overhit that. So he's got to decide now.
Ah?
He's just got to confidently take on this pot.
Oh, cool.
The natural
So that's
progression
not
for the
appearing
white
on
will
there.
be to get past that red.
Okay.
And the black back to the opposite corner pocket.
Yep.
He's
Sure.
got to hit
Okay,
this
so they're
confidently, and
those two
he's
there.
overcut
Okay.
it,
And they're
but
those, yep.
he's
No
played a
dramas
safe white. So Tim's sort of got a shot to nothing here, really. If he can cut that red across, he can actually miss that yellow and sort of leave the white where it is now. He hasn't played the cut. He probably thought he was going to collide into that yellow. So again, this has sort of turned into another messy frame.
Any merit going across the table to try and put the yellow?
Well, there is. I mean, you obviously leave Tem on the double, but Jakey McCartney was actually talking to me earlier how the doubles on these haven't been as straightforward as it seems. He does think that's a bit of coming back from the Supreme tables over there in England, but Yeah, he missed quite a few doubles this weekend, Jake, you mentioned. So
See, I'm a terrible doubler, and I actually thought they doubled nice, so there must be something wrong with them. He's playing the smart
he's just
shot.
going to roll up.
We got the double kiss.
He did. And Tem can probably...
He got down on it
He
pretty
can
quick.
just force this in a nice hard double.
This is money.
Yeah.
Big shot.
Very good
That's
shot
a
there
big
from
shot.
Tem. Lands plumb. And that's a very quick 2-0 to Tem. Meanwhile, Ross on the yellows here on the opposite table. And doesn't really have too many drama balls here. It's probably just this transition. He's played a nice shot there. Should be able to play the ball that he's nearest to, just in the opposite middle pocket. And run through for either the yellow into the same pocket, depending on how far he comes out from the rail, or the other yellow back to the middle. Oh, he's actually run through a bit too far.
Is that yellow on the black go left centre? Should be.
Yeah, that's probably the one question. I'm pretty sure it goes past the red into the corner, but I'm not too sure it goes past the black.
His problem is with... I don't know if he can play the top one, because he's got to do a little bit of work to be able to get on a ball after that. I don't know if the one next to the black...
If that yellow in the centre of the table passes the yellow on the right-hand side down to this bottom pocket, I think he'll take this one on.
I don't think he does. I think he's got to be coming down to around the black spot, the 8-ball black spot, or the pink spot. Sort of region. He's under it. He had to be somewhere in there. That's not great
It's
either.
not easy. It's not great, no.
Yeah, if he had
He's
been...
probably going to have to play this ball on the bottom rail, but he's losing the white a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's tough.
I'm not liking it here. He's going to have to play 4 really good shots position-wise.
I guess the nice thing he has, if he does play that cut, he's got a nice lane for the white ball to go up and down, but...
You would think it's going to naturally run into those 2 reds or near that yellow.
I think he's got a bit of room that he can go up and down the table. I played it.
Let's run into that yellow, but he's missed the
good
pot.
shot. I didn't realise that was a really good shot. That's why he's playing. So Tim on the reds. Got to find a way with this one at the moment. Not too sure what his next shot might be. I think he might be playing this one in the corner. And maybe try to develop that one that's behind the yellow on the left corner. Like that. And has he got a result? It's kind of not landed awesome, but he's still a chance. He's got to play a big recovery pot here. I don't think you can obviously see that one in the centre of the table, so big pot to the left corner here. And just missed it. And good chance for Matty now. I think his starter ball's that most right yellow to the right corner. And he can either choose to come up the table at that point and try and sort up some of his work up there, or play on these 2 down the bottom and then finish up the table, which he has. So I guess the problem I have with this one is he leaving that yellow under the black till last now, because it's kind of a little bit tricky to navigate out.
It is a little bit, but surely off one of those centre yellows.
He's going up the table.
Oh,
I
he's
don't
gone
think
to the
he
wrong
meant to play it
side,
that way,
but he's got a bit fortunate there.
He'll take it.
So he'll probably use the yellow in the centre of those and just draw back for the top yellow into the same centre. Run through and then just try and sort of draw that off that middle yellow back out to the black spot.
That's a good shot. Good recovery. He might have a little bit too much angle maybe. You might.
Just a smooth run through here. Oh, yeah. Okay.
He's lost
So
his white.
he's decided to play the corner ball first.
I don't think he's on the
I
bottom
don't think
one.
he's run through far enough. So the danger now here becomes, if he's not on that yellow, he's going to have to go off the top rail.
So the line is sort of like the top right pocket to the bottom left corner pocket.
Yeah.
That sort of line. He needs to come off probably 2, I'd imagine, to find that line. That's
Oh, he's
this
gone
angle.
hard.
That's a good shot.
He's gone
That's a
hard.
brilliant shot. That's a great line.
perfect. Yeah. So hopefully this will just settle Matty a little bit.
Oh, we've got a bit of a kick there, I think.
All right, so
And
2-1.
Matty gets it.
Matty's
So
on the
needed that
board.
one.
So the local contingent, he gets a little bit of a cheer from, and hopefully that'll settle the nerves a little bit.
All right,
But guys, obviously the Kings Cup here this weekend. We're in the 5th instalment this year.
It's good.
Unfortunately, no reigning champion this year. Justin Sage couldn't make the trip. He had a couple of family things on over in Perth. So we'll look forward to him coming back next year. But just a shout out to a few people. As I said earlier, the biggest turnout we've had so far for the tournament, with around 120 players. The first prize this year, 4,300 to the winner. Bit of a shout out to the crew from Orange. There was about 5 or 6 people who came down from Orange this week. I had a chance to have a chat to Kevin Fay, one of the boys from there, and he was just saying his young fella out there is just trying to kick off with an Orange 8-ball league, and talking a few places out there to get venues and things like that to go along with it. So well done to those guys out there, and hopefully we can get them back next year as well and just make the comp bigger and bigger. The venue here, the Harmony German Club, the setup is absolutely fantastic. We've got 12 tables for the event, but there's no doubt we could get another 3 or 4 in. So we're hopefully looking forward to growing the event next year to around that 150, 160 mark. So we'd love to see more interstate players. We get about that 80 to 100 locals every year, which is good. And yeah, the more interstate players we can get, the better it's going to be. But Roth on the right-hand table here is about to go 2-0 up. He's played a nice little out here. Everything's sort of connected nice for him. And that's 2-0 there. So another one here with Trav. Needs to get on the board and needs to get his confidence up after missing that black earlier. It's a little bit... may get away from him here if Roth gets on a run.
Absolutely. He's a bit of a machine, Rothall. He doesn't very...
no emotion.
Robotic almost.
Yeah, definitely. Recent winner of the Mount Gambier Open, I saw.
Yeah.
Roth won one of the local tournaments down there. I beat plenty of, obviously, Adelaide's finest down there, South Australia's finest, so he's definitely in form. And it's good to have him back for a second year. Obviously went down in the final last year in a Hill match to Justin Sage, where he time fouled at Hill. And you will see this year's final again timed. It'll be under a 30-30 shot clock. So we do only bring it in for the final. Last year, actually, he and Justin agreed to a 20-20 shot clock. And that was unfortunate to his detriment at Hill. But this year we've decided on a 30-30 shot clock.
And Matty's just missed it relatively. I don't know if he only had half a pocket, but he missed a pot that I'd probably expect Matty to get to the middle. He must have only had half a bucket. He's given Tem another good opportunity here, and the way Tem's playing, I didn't.
When the eye goes off, it clears, it goes blank.
It was still on. It was still there.
So if I make a chance to press go to go live, then that would have taken it off.
Right.
So it's always good to have it ready the same as what's on there in case you need to change something and go.
So Tim's played a nice shot there. I would be thinking to play one of these two on the left first to get more behind this ball, but he's confident the way he's queuing.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think the
bad
way to
miss
go
there.
was
I
one
think
of those two and screw in behind it, make his work a bit easier, but yeah, he's back to his queuing.
He could have got a lot straighter on that shot, a lot straighter, and just sort of drawn back for that next red.
To Matty now to level this match at 2-2.
He's pulled up a little bit short there. He's going to have to take this longer ball now.
He's fine. He's just got to get back up on one of those two balls in the centre. Still going to make sure of it, but should be fine here for Matty. He might have to play this one over the corner now. I'm not sure what his angle is to come out for that other middle ball.
It's a confident shot.
That's
Very
a shot.
confident shot.
That's a good shot.
So a few misses from all 4 players so far, what we've seen. So a bit of jitters out there, I'm sure.
It's a good shot from Matty.
If you need replays, let me know. All you need to do is press that button and it'll throw them up the top and I can show you how to put the replay back on.
Matty Harmon now will level this one to remind me.
So 2-2 here now, and I think you've probably look at both Tem and Matt will feel like they could both be 4-0 up, you know. They're both made mistakes and sort of given away or taken a frame off the other one. So tight match to begin with here, and we'll see, as you can see down the bottom of the screen, folks, race to 10 here in the semi-final, and your final will go up to a race to 11. So one thing we love about the Kings Cup, nice long races right from the start. We see from the main draw of 64, race to 8 through to quarterfinals, followed by race to 9, race to 10, race to 11. So plenty of opportunity for these better players to, I guess, the cream to rise to the top, mate. Yeah, absolutely, bud. And so, like you said, it's the beauty of this comp. Once you start in the first round a race to 8, and that's what attracts some of these better players. It's less of a chook raffle, if you call it that. Matty's just slammed the white in the middle. Poor break there from Matty. But a little bit of busy stuff there in that bottom right quadrant of the table. Tem will have to sort out if he wants to go out. Tem will probably be looking at reds here and just try and get into that pack fairly early on, I'd say. It's but ugly, I think. With one shot it's not easy, and then you've got the black low on the rail too. So you want to sort of come from, I reckon, underneath it. But there's just so much that he has to hit to develop both those reds. You'd probably look at that red between those two those yellows. He may even choose to take that to middle pocket if he can't extract it. Oh, is he looking at double here on this red on the rail? On that right hand side, does that double? I think it does double. Or does he play this one to the bottom left and go into it off the left rail now? I think he was trying to land higher on that centre red to use that red to get behind. Going into it now. Oh, yeah, you might want to be dropping in on him. He's gonna play this just soft and then use the ball on the far right to the centre, I think, to get in between that red and the yellow. So this is the shot. If you can collect this right, it'll advance that far right red. So he's going to try and kick off the cush into that yellow he was looking at. He's trying to land full on the yellow. Smash that yellow into and leave him on the other red. Leave him on the red on the right hand side. Oh, he's caught the wrong yellow. He's caught the wrong yellow. Great idea. So he's in a bit of trouble here now because he's actually freed up Matty's yellows more than his reds. Good idea. I mean, had he hit the other one fully, would have been brilliant. But exactly. As it was, he hasn't. So he's taken that risk. And unfortunately, if he could get to that ball over the left centre, Matty's yellows are up top, are fairly well positioned to stop the white getting through there. So he may just play the white under the black. Oh no, couldn't quite get the angle. Containing sort of safety to leave the white under the yellows perhaps, but he's fallen short. And so Matty's going to step to the table now, and yeah, that yellow near the red we obviously spoke about Tem having trouble with. You potentially play it really the only tough one there. Play this one to the right middle, screw back a little bit, and then play the extraction potentially. He'll just need to get just past middle of table. He's going to go up top first and get rid of these two. I just like that because he had the position where he could have controlled it at that point to get on it. Could have done it there. Some more options. Yeah. There was still the option afterwards if it messed up to go up table. He's now got to land nice for it again. There's no guarantees if he's have a shot to get there. Transitioning from one of these balls. I know he has still a few options there, but I liked it from where he was. But he's decided to go do his work up the top of the table first, and we'll see what happens. So just a little bit tricky now with this yellow ball where it is. And Rothall about to play what looks like a massive pot. Oh, he's got to get up. It was actually a really good effort. Just not good enough. Yeah, man. I'm all good, mate. Do you want a drink?
Yeah, I'd love one. Great Northern or something? Jim.
So, Matty now, this is that shot I was talking about. He's trying to get somewhere off this, and it's a great shot. It's a great shot. I still think he's probably fine. Move that red in his way again. He's got to run the top yellow up to top pocket. It is a little bit stiff, isn't it?
Look, he should be able to run the white through towards centre table to leave him a stop shot on the yellow back to this corner.
Yeah, it looks straighter than it looks on the screen. I think he can run through, and if he can play it so that his white runs away, and he can play that other yellow to the left corner.
Yeah, just a stop shot here, some slight screw.
He
And then he can
want
float down to the black for the same pocket on the left.
The problem is this one needs to be pretty straight. Any angle of the white ball coming sort of down the table is no good. I think you're just trying to see if he can hold it.
Meanwhile, Trav's got some awkward queuing over on the right-hand side. He's played down for that, and it's probably there, but he's got to lose the white. He may decide just to cover up the pocket here.
Matty had a bit more angle than he would have liked, and he's just sort of kicked through on it, unfortunately.
He can probably play this. I think it goes through into centre pocket.
I think it does.
That red.
You want to cannon into that red on the bottom.
I don't think he cannons into the red. I don't think he can draw it back that far. I think he's got to sort of slide across and advance the black across.
Unless he doubles it.
Hit the black at quarter ball.
Yeah, true. I think that's the shot, definitely. If he can't hold, which, yeah, actually looks like a bit more of a violent cut for sure. Well, you never know.
He's just got to play this smooth. He can't jump on it too much.
He's played your shot.
Yeah, he's just missed the pot though.
Yeah. And advantage back to Tem now.
Yeah.
So Trav frame ball here at the moment. This is a key one. He's got a bit of room. He can come off the red. He's just still got to hit it nice.
He's going to have to go probably off 3 rails to get back down for this yellow. I don't think he can hit it soft enough.
Oh, he's miscued.
And he's miscued.
Oh, and he's lost the pot.
And he's a lot of frustration there from Trav. He's had a lot of things go against him in these early frames, and as you can see there, folks,
he's not happy there.
Moving into this week, Trav would have had some high expectations with how he's been playing, and he's played well. He's played very well up to here, and just a bit of frustrating getting out there. So hopefully he can bounce back.
Did Matty give it to me? I thought Matty was in control.
He gave it. I think that's the one.
Yeah, left leg.
No, it's him. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys.
So Trav's just sort of got to take a bit of a break now, I think. Forget about that one. It's still early days. If you let that sort of thing ferment and affect you, you'll have no chance.
Mate, definitely. And that's where we get to, obviously, when you get to this end of the tournament, you've got brilliant players across the table, and it's just that mental battle. And I think that's where Rothall, in the past year, 12 months, 18 months, has really cemented himself as a top player because he can control himself so much mentally. But we see there, that's probably the last thing you wanted to see from Trav in that circumstance is blow up.
I think,
you just want to sort of step back, compose yourself. So hopefully he can...
you do get chances in matches. I think he might be kicking himself because he has had some good chances already. If he's already had a bit of the run of the balls and he finds himself 3-zip down, he'll be filthy about that. But he still will get a few chances again. So he's got to make sure his head's sweet for when those opportunities come back up, and keep playing some good pool. Because if he doesn't and he lets little things affect him, it makes it so much harder.
Definitely.
Especially if Rothall starts to get a bit more of the run, and he's a sort of player where you're probably less likely to get chances because of the way he plays. He's fairly low risk, pretty well calculated. So
massive break here from Tem. He's going to jump straight on the red ones.
It's the black one that looks like a bit of trouble.
The issue, but he may be able to. He'll probably take this red closest to the corner pocket, and if he uses the red on the black snooker spot, he may be able to float up into the black and get it out. As I say that, he's gone well too far around.
Might have to play it now.
And he's just made this very tough.
Well, you play this cut on the most bottom red, and then can you play it fine enough to go into it?
That's a fine cut, but he's going to give it a crack.
He might be able to. I think that's the shot.
The issue there is, depending on where he hits the black, whether those yellow...
That's a shot.
Yeah, it's a perfect shot.
It's brilliant.
Great
worked out brilliantly for him.
Absolutely brilliant.
So now it's just whether he wants to come up into balk or just play off one and play for the red to the top right corner, the two on the right. I think he's just going to come out and leave himself a shot. Yeah.
Oh, it is.
That's fine.
Perfect.
And now he's got to screw off the side cushion, come back out.
Side cushion back out and regulation out here. So
still got to cue it well.
Yeah, it's a good shot.
It's a great hit. Made that look really easy.
And that's probably the Tem we've been seeing all weekend.
Absolutely.
You know, he's just been making these outs. The first 5 frames we've seen today have actually not been what he's been doing all weekend. He's just made it look so easy all weekend. So
A 30-second frame, I think.
that
1 minute.
2-frame buffer to 4-2 is a big thing for Tem there, and he'll feel a lot more confident after that.
Oh shit! I think I'm NT titles. I'm overtaking in the Kibble TV. It's promoted NT titles because they're streaming it, and I've just put on like 10 posts of it for what we're doing.
So Trav, not the nicest break there either. I just come back after a bit of a break.
So Matty with a good break there. Oh, he's got a red down, but
Probably want yellows, but no
bit
starter.
awkward. Yeah, he's probably going to be forced to take reds here. And a ball that's closest to the centre of the table.
Yeah, just a reminder, folks, as you tune in, there's a link in the comment in the description or the live chat. I think it is Streamlads. Any donations that you can find for Cuball TZ and Kenny here is greatly appreciated. Kenny spent a lot of money getting this all set up and also invested a lot of his own time in doing this as well as playing, which can be quite investing. So please jump on and donate. Any of that's greatly appreciated, and all that goes back into the production of what you're seeing here. And
Matty's just played a pretty poor positional
he's actually
shot
got
there. I think his intent might have been to roll down into black and obviously play that red to the centre, but he's left with a tough shot here now. I don't think you can see the top of those reds on the right, so he may just play a containing shot here and the white back down to where it is. Yeah, trying to just leave Tem no shot there.
it's a plant on, 3-ball plant to the middle ball.
I don't think the 3-ball, I think it just might be the 2-ball with the 2-1 just next to each other into the centre.
Oh yeah.
Problem is he's just holding the white for the next shot.
I think he's opting away from it. I think he has to play it, just because there's not really an easy safety. No, the 2-ball. I think your shot, the one I didn't realise you could see the corner of that edge of that red. No, he isn't. He's going to try and play some sort of containing shot here. And
I don't like it.
Ooh, he's now. I think he's probably got away with it. To be honest, I feel
he's definitely going to hold Matty up, but
I don't know if his yellow still falls in the middle bag.
I don't think it does. I think it's gone too far past the knuckle.
Yeah, it looks like Rothall's just played a massive shot for a starter ball. Trav's given him 2, and he's just played a screamer of a pot to the top right. And if he can pot this one here of the 2 into that corner, he goes big chance to take this frame as well. It's sort of good enough from Matty, I think. Didn't want to leave a big pocket for that yellow, but it'll do. Roth is, I think, all but out. I think he's got 2 still, so he's just going to make sure he gets on that one on the black to the left corner.
Yeah, I don't think that'll be too much of a drama.
He does. I think he still has 2. He could always bounce it out.
I think he just rolls through on this one furthest to the left in the centre, comes back out, and I think he can choose his pocket where he wants to go after that. There's a few different options as long as he makes this shot nice and smooth.
Still a little bit tricky, I reckon, transition to the ball to the left corner. So he's now got to play that left of those 2 yellows to the top right and try and keep himself sort of straight, but not too straight, that he leaves himself that natural angle to float in behind it. Still requires a good shot, but I think with 2, he should be fine. Yeah, he's just played a good shot to bring his red into play there.
Tell you what, does Tem just pot Matty's red here and roll the yellow in front of the other red? I don't know what type of player Tem is, just with those 2 balls nearest the middle, tied up.
I think there's a lot of, it's a valid shot. If you just want to make sure you cover the bag, and it looks like he's doing it. No,
No.
he's played the
He's
old
played
back
it
door.
behind it,
That's
yeah.
alright.
Rather than obviously risk giving away 2 shots, he's decided just to
Roth's.
basically make the same effect of a shot.
Ross played that shot we talked about. He's just pulled up a bit short. You can still see it, but it's a bit dicey now.
Yeah.
He sort of has to commit to the pot, I think, and play it with a bit of pace. I don't know if he can come off the bottom rail and try and cannon into that red on the side rail, the higher of the two, to hold his white. No, he's
he's a dead set freak.
Great hit.
He's a dead set freak.
It could have been really ugly for him if had that not fallen in, but it has. It's a brilliant shot there from David Rothall.
And Trav's just got to feel a little bit sick in his stomach at the moment. He's just not got anything going his way.
This bloke's a machine.
4-0. So
he's a machine. Doesn't miss.
meanwhile, over here you got Matty on the table. He used that red to try and spin back and open up that ball over centre pocket, but
Has he got an angle to play this red? You know, he'll put this one in the middle and the other, this red. Oh, he's not playing it. I thought that was the shot, to play that red that he's behind, looking at
he
now,
probably
into
could
the...
have played it into the red, into yellow,
Yeah.
and then in.
It might be a little bit far out, but I thought that might be the shot, because I don't think that red goes in either the top or the bottom corner.
I think it may go in the top.
Unless the plant is there now. I don't think he had enough angle to play the pot.
I think the
but I
danger
think
with the plant is, you know, the red you use in the plant is naturally going to come out towards the top rail.
As long as you get your white sort of tucked sort of close to that right hand side of the table, so you have a natural. No, I have no idea what he's... He obviously sees something we can't.
I think he's just going to try and screw back into it now. He has to, surely, because I don't think once he's looked at this shot here, it going down into the corner, and I don't think it does.
I don't...
He's going to just touch into the red, pop the yellow out, leave the red there, then run down half ball into the red. Off the rail, maybe.
I don't know what he's looking at here. I think he's seen us go if we can pot it, but... Kenny's calling he's going to play a cannon, so you play it, glance off the red on the middle. No, he's screwing into it now. He's got no other option. There's a big risk he pots the yellow here, I reckon.
Oh, that's a great shot.
He's got
He's stiff. He's dead set. That was a brilliant shot, and he's just got completely unlucky.
He committed, he threw all his eggs in the one basket and got a bit stiff, but it was a bit of a risky
And
shot.
now
Like
he's
pretty sick.
just, he's got to feel terrible. I don't really see a shot here. I can only see a 3 rail and try and land plumb behind the red. 3 rail, and you've just got to land touching on the red. I can't see a way to make this shot.
I don't know, if that yellow doesn't go into the middle, you know, there's maybe some merit in trying to do something with
I
the
think it may
black.
not
Maybe
get into
kill
the
the
middle,
black
but
on
I
the bottom
think
rail, or...
The transition for Tem off those 2 balls in the top corner pocket, you're going to back it. You know, you're going to knock it out.
Even down the rails, potentially he's probably fine, but he's going to have a crack off the top
He's gonna
push.
have a crack. I don't like this shot.
I don't think he has many options, does he? Oh, too much.
Oh, he's hit that yellow too, and he's actually got that yellow out.
He's probably got no bad result if
So
Tim can't see one of these yellows on the left to the middle or the top. It's going to make him use his 2. Oh, the 3 ball.
He's going to use that 3 ball cannon you talked about earlier, mate. And
The 3 baller.
But with 2 shots here, look, it's just...
That's a great shot. It was natural.
So, again, he's got these top 2 balls here, which he can use.
This will be 5-2.
And this will be 5-2. So,
I've called it early.
He's lost a little bit. He's lost a bit there.
Still fine. Play the plant now, or do you just play everything tidy?
No, I'd play tidy. I'd use the left centre and float down the table. Maybe come around the 3 balls down the bottom. Oh, he's played into the red. Probably had to with that. Obviously, the angle here on the screen we're watching is a little bit different.
Still got 2.
Still got 2.
He's fine.
Shouldn't be too
Just make
much
sure of
drama
this
here.
pot.
He'll just... Oh, and he's killed the red for insurance, so...
Definitely smart play there. he's fine. Just got to come out enough.
He's just going to draw off this middle one to the far side of the table.
So this is a... Oh, he's playing that top one. Maybe just to drop on the black a bit nicer. Yeah. And so he'll just plop onto the black for the bottom left corner, I guess. Just a few roll-ins here.
Meanwhile, a bit of a tight frame on the right here with Trav and Roth. Couple of balls tied up there.
I don't know if he has an angle to float down the table a bit more, Tim, to make it a little bit nicer. He might just have to take his medicine here and... Oh no, what a shot. Did not see that shot. Great it.
That's 5-2.
Well done by Tim. That was a sort of pivotal moment in the match, mate. 4-3 compared to 5-2 is a big difference. Matty will be sort of...
So Trav's just played a bit of a containing shot there. He's just tried to push Roth's ball to the rail, and he's tried to sneak it behind his yellow. Not too sure he's got the total there. But Roth can probably just come off the rail here and push that red down. I don't think there's any danger too much here of giving Trav a shot on those middle yellows. Those two yellows on the right there are fairly tied up. The ball that's closest to the bottom rail here, the yellow, I'm not too sure if it passes that red clean enough to extract those balls on the rail. And it looks like Tem's actually gone dry. So Matty will be looking at the red ones here. Probably start up the table. Just with the yellows there, I think that yellow closest to those three reds just makes it a little bit more difficult. And, the Ross about to play this shot off the rail and send that red down to the bottom. He played that a little bit harder than he thought, but he might have been just trying to cover that path between that and that bottom yellow for that shot I was talking about, extracting those two yellows. So we might see Trav play this yellow to the centre of the table and actually use the second of those yellows to screw back across and into those yellows blocked on the rail. Oh, Trav's completely overhit that.
Yeah, he's sort of lost the plot a little bit since his outburst. He needs to figure it out or it's going to get pretty ugly pretty quickly.
I think Ross just going to grind him into submission here. It's a little bit... I mean, I know that's a bit hard to say from 6 frames out in a race to 10, but Trav's body language and the way he's moving around the table is just not right at the moment. So,
I mean, you look at Dave Rothall, you wouldn't know if he's up 4-0 or down 4-0.
You wouldn't, no.
It's always the same.
And that's what we say. We go back to that that mental change. Now Ross actually taken that opportunity while he's got that yellow cover in that corner to get that red out that was troubled by those two yellows.
Matty got this red on the yellow there that he's just right of the white ball. Does that go clean in the right middle or is he doubling? Looks like he's doubling, jacking up on it. No, it went fat. Oh, a bit of love. Has he got enough on it?
He's right.
Yeah, does he ever? Preferably you play the one...
You need that last
play this middle ball. True. That's a good point. He's still a little bit tricky. The rail one, if you can get that rail one, that's the ball, but I don't know if you can see it.
So Ross just played that red up the table just to cover that black.
Yeah, I think the shot for Matty's definitely the rail ball if he can get it. Not easy. No, he's not going it.
I just don't like this here with the angle of what he's going to leave himself.
Yeah, this one here he needs angle to go into the black.
Angle into the black,
Is he short? Oh, he should be fine.
Actually, yeah, this is probably the right way to go.
Oh, that's nice. He just
The
needs
black
to
will
catch
just kick
that
up
black
to middle
fat.
pocket. And then it's just a soft screw back off the red.
You want to kick the black kind of full so you don't lose your white, I reckon.
That's a good shot. Yeah, that's a good shot.
Brilliant shot.
Very nice shot from Matty there. So he's just got to cue this right and naturally out to about where he just is, or about 4 inches higher.
Just make the pot. Yeah, it's really well cued. Like you said, he had to cue it nice, so it's a good confidence. Matty gets it back to 5-3.
So that's what he needed. Now, mate, talk to me, obviously, we talk about tournament etiquette and things like that. We've just recently gone up for, well, you've come up for that Stevie Woods money match against Andy Barnett last week. The atmosphere we had there, we probably had me, you and a couple others behind Woodsy, and Barney had about 50 blokes following him.
Yep.
Do you think in a scenario like this, Matty would benefit from 20 or 30 ACT players coming around, or is that not tournament etiquette to have that kind of thing? That's
a good question. You know, I don't think, obviously it's no disrespect to any of the travelling players or interstate players. It's just about supporting your own, and you know, I just sort of think if we're in, you know, Victoria or SA and you know, it's a tournament like this, does it happen? I don't think it does overly. I think they back their man in, you know, when they win frames, they'll get behind them, that sort of thing, but it's not really a shot-by-shot thing. Maybe the odd big shot here or there, but I think generally most pool crowds at these tournaments are quite well educated in terms of like, how they understand the game and will applaud a good shot, regardless of what side it comes from. But whether it would advantage him, I think definitely.
There's a great shot from Roth.
But I don't think...
got on that red. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I don't think... You know, I don't think it's probably needed. Like it's a Nationals or a cash match or something like that. What do you reckon?
Oh, look, I just look at this kind of scenario and I think maybe... Obviously, we've seen between Matt and Tem, both players miss a few shots. Tem's probably been the cleaner of the two. But I think is that, you know, 5-3 down is right now, is that what Matty's after? You know, is he after that hometown support where you get 10 or 15 blokes around the table and just cheer him, you know? So
yeah, I think it doesn't probably do as much to him as it does your opponent. Like once your opponent sort of, you know, it might rattle them a little bit more potentially. Like I think it makes you play better that you've got support there, but maybe it sort of just rattles you a little bit more as an opponent potentially.
Oh, that's a great shot. He's stiff there.
Sick.
But that may be what Trav's after. Obviously, that's a little bit of luck in his favour.
So here's one of those opportunities we talked about.
He needs to take it. If he doesn't take this,
And there's nothing wrong with 4-1, considering what's happened in the match.
But, mate, back on that, look, I think Tem's probably the kind of player that he probably thrive under the opposition having that support. He seems to be a very... not a momentum player, but I don't think too much rattles him.
He's an emotional player, though.
He is an emotional player, but I think it's always emotionally good. You know, from what I've seen on live streams previous and things like that. And
well, he just wants to win so much. I think it's that desire to win is just so much that it can be. He gets pumped, like some of those. You know, he does the kapow, whatever the pow thing, just comes from that. You know, that pumped feeling. So. Which is good to see, and I think being a Pommy player, he wouldn't be rattled by any of this. Some of the shenanigans they get over with their stuff over there, it's like you going to a footy game here, you know. So I don't think you'd fluster him, but I think you're right. I mean, at the moment we've got a bonks going on upstairs, and there's 40 people up there or whatever.
The majority of them being ACT people.
You know, not even a dozen people down here watching Matty. So it's a fair point to make. So just a bit of a point here where Trav's still got his 2, so he's just want to leave, probably keep his 2 for the black and just get a bit of confidence back with putting it out together here. And Matty's tried to pot, he has. I don't know. I'm not sure what he was thinking there, whether he did want to pot it then. I know Tem's going to have to probably waste his first one anyway, unless this drops. That's a big error if that goes. Still a bit dodgy, but I think he just uses his 2 here if he can't throw it in. I think you just play it past. Matty knocked in his red. I think you just play it past the other yellow. Black's not a problem. Oh, he did throw it in. Maybe not even. He might just have that clean potting angle. Do we just keep it for the top right, or you double it across back to the centre?
Depends where he wants the black, I guess. Yeah, he's obviously going to play that black inside the red. I thought there was probably a couple of shots there he could have played to transition down for the black in the middle pocket, but obviously that black behind the red goes fairly easily.
Yeah, big shot. He's still got to make sure of it at 5-3.
Yeah, there's plenty of times we've seen, as you say.
It's got to be
as Kenny's just
precise.
said, could double kiss this, but he'd probably just play with this. Yeah, it's
No,
beautiful.
didn't even need it.
Touch it.
Taking the
very
you know
nice.
what?
We should just make the pocket smaller for him. Change the template.
Big frame there.
Trav's missed a shot here. He's
in all sorts, is he?
Look, he's left the yellow in the pocket, but the simple fact is that he shouldn't have done it. You know, I guess all the balls out in the open, 2 shots. The way he's been playing this weekend, I think, take the frustration of this match out and the emotion of this match out, he would have been a lot more confident. But
well, and a few of
this match
those
has just leached away from him a little bit.
A few of those early outs that he missed, the opportunities. Can he just give him a good plug for our sponsors mid-frame there? But yeah, I think, like I said, I think he might be ruining on a couple of those early opportunities that he did miss.
Yeah.
Because you don't get a great deal of them probably against the Roth, but he's got to forget about it.
So it's just hard to see what these 3 balls are like up top there.
He's trying to put his red into play. He obviously didn't want that. He was just trying to kick that red over to that right-hand side of the table to try and bring it
Trav's
into
just
play.
going to double this yellow up probably into
Really?
the same area.
I'd be inclined to maybe lay it
Leave
up
it out of
over a
there?
pocket. I'd be leaving it over a bag somewhere.
Yeah.
Personally, I think you're right. He's probably going to play it, but I don't like it. Maybe just because he hasn't got that pocket entirely covered, actually. There's still opportunity for Rothall to be able to develop his red over and not leave Trav a shot. He's definitely playing it.
Oh, and he's dumped the white. Wow. And he's going to pot the... Oh, no, he's just lucky there. I don't know how lucky he can get,
here?
but...
You play the red closest to the yellows off the top cush to bounce the black out. Playing all of them out.
Yeah, look,
It's sort of tough still.
Depends how confident the Roth is. I mean, if you play the cut across and up and knock both of them out, it could end up sideways. You could knock a yellow in.
To try and play the red that's closest to the yellows off the top cush.
Into the black?
To kick into the sort of left-hand side of the black off the rail.
Yeah.
Kick the black down, hopefully send the black, that red over to the left, but you also got to leave yourself a shot. Yeah. The problem is how you got to hold for that other red that's still there, I think. What's he doing here?
Does he pot this ball first and then do the same shot?
Maybe he does. Interesting to see how he goes about this, because it is a little bit tricky. He'd love for it to be black ball here.
Well, black boys, no worries. You're just going to screw back for the shot you called. Yeah.
I still don't know if he might be a little bit more angle wide on it than he would have liked, because his white's gone away from him.
Bottom on it because then he's behind the red. So
and he's got to jack up on it if he wants to keep the white.
It's
a sort of dodgy
shot.
He's got to catch that
left. Does he play it into the black first?
Maybe he
the
does.
black and then off. See, that kicks the black across.
Yeah, good call, Joshy. Look at this for a shot. From where he was, that's a spectacular shot. And you'd back him in from here. Still a little bit tricky, but what a shot. And we're back on the left side now. Good pick up. Ken. So Tem sort of looking to put his foot on the throat now. He dumped the white.
So there's not too many dangers over here for Roth with this shot. He should just be able to play it to centre table. Just roll this in. I don't think he takes it off 2 rails. No, he does take it off 2 rails.
Great hit. That is an absolutely. That was a lot harder than that.
This place.
He's cued that superbly to finish where he has. This bloke's looking very formidable.
And Trav is in a lot of trouble.
Yep.
I've got to say, it's probably trouble he's put himself into rather than...
Absolutely.
The Roth's been good, but we probably haven't seen the best Roth we've seen so far this tournament.
Absolutely,
it's just
mate.
Trav's really, really struggling.
Kenny
definitely saw the best of it.
I was 8-0 down.
Yeah, it's good for you to get off the board, mate.
It took 8-0 down for him to take the foot off the pedal against Kenny.
Yeah.
But,
there was some cheers for the crowd once he got off the board too.
Yeah,
the comeback had started.
After a dusty Saturday night, I was in bed early last night. I didn't see the Woodsy and Roth match. It went to Hill. Good match, good quality.
Yeah, so yeah, there's a chance for Woodsy in the final frame. I did actually watch it back on replay this morning.
So anyone who hasn't seen that was on Cue Ball TZ last night as well. So anyone who wants to jump back on and have a look at that one, see some good pull.
Woodsy, I think he's played his 3rd last ball and come short.
At Hill.
It was on Hill. Yeah, he got a good chance. And yeah,
I think that would hurt too. You know, when you Hill, but when you're at the table, it hurts.
Yeah.
You know, if you go down, not getting to the table, well, fair enough. But
I think he played a couple of really good shots to give himself an opportunity for the out. Like he still had a little bit of work to do, and he had done the work. He just fell a bit short from memory. So Matty, great chance. This has got to get up. It's got to get up. It's just held its line. I think it's fine.
He should be all right. He should be all right.
I don't know if I don't want to play it now.
He's got to drop it.
I don't want to play it now. I'll be playing this one in the corner.
This one.
Or the one to the left middle. Yeah, left middle, bottom left, and then your last ball's that one over the right bag. Just
the only trouble I've got with the left middle, if you do have to sort of screw back that couple inches, just queuing over that red.
Well, or you come out,
just a bit off,
come out off the push
through
and pick the gap between the 2 reds.
Yeah,
and then you got a natural angle to play onto that red over the bag. The problem is that if it's sort of straight, it can be hard to judge. You have to hit it a little bit harder than you might think. And that is.
Does he play the corner and
like
try and land fat into the red, and then screw back across to? Oh, okay, that had a lot more angle than I thought it did.
See, you can still play the yellow to the left middle, come down through the gap, or running side.
I think you've probably got the angle just to come back across in, but just below the black.
I don't even think. I think he's got heaps of room on that line to the right middle. He doesn't have to be. Just give yourself a neat enough shot on it.
With how thin that one was, I think this is a lot thinner as well. I think he just has to run through, and it naturally goes between red and black. Yeah,
that's a shot. I think he still checked it up a little bit. So, good one here from Matty, staying in touch. 6-4. Just got to make sure. I don't want to put the commentator's curse. Definitely goes. Ross just played a great double.
Oh, Matty. Wow. He played a little drag and he lost the white. He dead set pulled the white to the right.
So Ross looking to make some light work of this frame on the right as well. Tim just sort of assessing his options as he play this one to the right corner and kick into the ball on the rail.
I think he's probably might be too thin. I think it might be a little bit too thin.
The right hand side he might. Ross just roll a little bit far. He's now a bit awkward. So I think he didn't leave the up and down, which is important.
Cuts on. I'd cut this. I love these cuts. But Ross a bit awkward queuing here. He's probably going to have to go off the rail first and leave himself a long yellow.
Does he? He doesn't lay it up?
I don't think he lays up. Not at 5-0 up. I don't think he lays up.
I don't know if he can reach it to get enough on it. I think he's laying it up.
He is. He's just a little face cut off. He's going to hide behind it. Oh no, couldn't get the angle to hide behind.
I don't know. As long as he's covered those reds up to the top right, but it's still not awesome because he's got one to the middle.
I think he's probably played a shot there based on how Trav's playing.
Potentially.
I really think he has.
Let's see how you go, sort of thing.
Because what you'd see here is not that difficult an out. But I think he's playing on...
No, I agree.
Obviously, Trav not being in the best of form. That's a good opener there from Trav.
So Matty go on the double. Top left corner. No, he's played it off. Not sure exactly.
Oh, is he going to hide behind that red?
There. He's now going to be in a world of hurt.
He's going to be in a world of hurt behind this red. Tim's just going to soft roll up here, and Matty's going to...
This one stings.
Yeah. I don't think there's a way through there. I'm just leaving the white behind that red. I don't know.
I don't even think you cannot win this frame as long as you've got that yellow where it is either. You almost got to have a dip at it to just disturb it even. Push this into it.
Push this in,
no,
yeah.
He's just doing your shot.
Mate, he's got to give that to Tem, you know. Push that ball out.
Yeah, good call.
He wants to make that up to Tem.
I just think
because the fact is that if he goes that, even if he collects that yellow, it's an easy out from there. Because you're going to promote Tem's red as well, so... I mean, look, this frame doesn't really end out any other way than Tem winning this one, provided...
Roth's fouled now, and looks like it's foul snooker. Oh,
no,
he might have just rolled on.
You can see through to that far red, so won't be a foul snooker. And Tem's played another snooker there, so...
It does go. If you can kick it up the back to the bottom right corner, it's crazy sick, but it does... Oh, it might be too much. Yeah, maybe it might be asking a bit much of Matty with that one. Maybe a bit rough. So no doubt we'll be...
We've got the commentator of all commentators just walk back into the room. I speak of Jamie Stevens.
We'll get Jamo back on.
We're actually in the Blancs, and as a top 8 finisher, he cannot play in the Blancs.
He's filthy too.
He is filthy. He is filthy.
First round loser on today, he said.
So we're going to vacate. I think we're going to get Jamie on here. Kenny will jump on as well.
That's all right.
So thank you very much for the opportunity.
We're about to get called up on the Blancs, I'd imagine. I'll stay till the Blancs is over. Huh? Different player to what? Oh shit.
So I've done all that.
The battery's getting off.
I've got batteries there ready for it.
Yeah, I was just saying, Trav's not looked like half the player it took you on, Jammer. You'd be glad to hear, mate. No doubt. Just got some battery difficulties at the moment.
So I did that donate thing, Jamie.
They're dead.
But only Dino donated an hour or so ago.
Did you pump it?
Yeah. It's on the screen, see? Right there.
Oh, yeah.
And then I've also got it on here as well. And Brent's been...
I've plugged it a couple times.
I understand, it's not like cable TV.
You got a few viewers. Oh, Matty's played it. What a shot. Oh, Matty's just played an absolutely insane shot. You want to replay of that one on the left, Matty? Just once, maybe after this black. The one on the left is absolutely sick. Have a go at this, Jamo. Welcome Jamie Stevens to the mic, ladies and gents.
Hello, mate.
Just going to have a quick replay while we can of this shot Matty Harmon has just played.
Mate, just while we're bringing that up, I kid you not, I've been watching both these matches just before I went out a quick feed.
Well done, Matty.
I watched Travis go 4-0 down, and I won't lie, I did want to headbutt him.
This one.
He played actually very well against me.
Yeah, I watched with that match, mate, and he was playing like a demon, to be fair.
And to watch him play like this, although it always happens to you, you know, like you get rolled by someone that plays really well, and then they play like a goose in the next match.
Makes you sick, doesn't it? So here's this shot Matty's just played to get on the double the black to get back to 6-4.
He punched this off the red in the corner.
Yeah, and he still didn't. It wasn't the prettiest of angles. Just before they start the next frame.
No.
Oh, well, side cushion first. Yeah, it's not bad.
Brought the red into play and double the black. So big.
That's a good shot.
Big shot. So it goes 6-4.
You've just missed that break.
Sorry.
That's my bad. Making
No, that's right.
Kenny play replays.
Just missed the scores, twin score, and then whichever one you want.
Why are they blue?
Just click on something and it'll go off.
Okay,
That's the first replay that worked perfectly first time.
good work.
So 6-4 to Tem. Tem's playing well. He's not missing a hell of a lot of balls. And Matty looks like he's playing pretty good too, just quietly. He hasn't quite been as neat. He's been stiff a couple of times with some of the shots he's cued real nice and not landed well.
They've both given each other a fair few chances. And, wow.
From Roth.
But yeah, they're both probably rude a couple of chances. They both probably think they could be ahead by a bit more than what Tem is, and Mag could definitely be in front of this match. But for me, the form player I was seeing this weekend is definitely Tem. He's been flying at times.
I'll tell you, this out that Travis has got is obviously still very, very missable because of the black. But when you're feeling good, these are the outs that you actually make look easy. And it's all about getting on the last ball with the right angle to, you know, swing around behind the left side of the table behind the black for corner or middle.
When you're not feeling good, just that little bit
I just
harder.
don't understand how he's not feeling good at how he just played against me. It doesn't make sense.
Like I said, mate, all weekend when I've been watching him play, he's been hitting them really well. So
I actually needed a race to 21 against him to get going and get a chance to get back in the match.
I think
That's a good
it's
shot.
got to hold up. It's got to hold up.
It's good. It's probably a touch far, but I think he can screw to the side rail and at least put it in the corner. If he doesn't like it, go up and down.
Yeah, right, a couple options. Yes, I think early on in this match, he had a couple of chances he let go. So he's down 2-0, and then I think at 2-0 down, he's missed a pretty simple chance again and just wiped the frame, like threw it in. Still with Roth had a couple of balls on the table, and he just hasn't got back in it yet.
That was where the headbutt wanted to come into play.
So he hasn't really got back in it yet, and that's all been a bit hard for him since then.
Well, this is a pretty big shot in the contents for his mindset. That's a good shot.
He's hit that nice. Yeah. So even he had a chance at 4-0 down, which he probably should have got, and at 4-1, he's still in the match. So even at 5-1, he's got to fix something here.
Oh, that's a great shot. He's missed that as well, but he's got a very good white, but it's going to get snookered here. Who played that?
Tem.
That was a great shot Tem just played.
He's flying. He's absolutely flying. And this is a problem, I think. You got to be able to stay with him at the moment. He's just running racks for fun.
He does run a lot of racks, Tem, when he gets going.
And makes it look really easy. He's done a couple runs in this one. They've gone sort of 30 seconds to a minute.
He's quite fast as well.
Yeah. Gets flowing.
I think the key to beating Tem a lot of the time is to slow him down.
Yeah.
I used to have a very good record on Tem, and he's pegged me the last couple of times I've played him.
Yeah, I think since he always had a lot of expectation when he arrived in Australia because he played for England and all that sort of stuff. And I know he's won a Vic State singles, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
But just sort of getting the monkey off the back for him, maybe just help a bit of confidence in these big comps.
I'm surprised he's playing off the side cushion, but I suppose his cueing was awkward. He already tried to.
It's a nice shot.
That's a huge break from Tem. Wow.
Gone dry.
I can't believe that's a dry. And this is what's making me sick about these tables. There's nothing wrong with the tables, but for some reason, I'm having a nightmare with them.
No, you're right. They break really well in terms of the balls getting around the table, just nothing goes in.
I'm having a nightmare with them, and I can't work it out. I tried. I think I figured it out right at the end, but it was too late. Because I spent a lot of the day yesterday just trying different things, and when I was sort of playing, I guess slightly weaker opponents, but it's just straight enough.
This match is probably nearly over, I reckon. Dare I say it?
It is race to 10, so he still has time to get back into it. What's he do here, James? Just play off, glance off the yellow and run down onto his yellow on the bottom, or?
Just double it out in the middle of the table. It's pretty simple, really.
Yeah,
Just got to commit.
I think he's looking at playing them all down at one end of the table, but it's a bit risky if he draws and it goes a bit funny. But I think the reason he's playing with so much angle is so he can get the white ball right across, so that way he's going to be pretty straight on it so he can pull the white out. I think playing the double is a bit tricky because you can't get straight enough on it.
Yeah, a bit wide. Yeah.
Looks like he's going to play your shot, mate. He's going to face cut off it. Yeah, he's played that with really nice control.
Nice shot. That's
He's perfect, yeah.
He's a little bit angled. Float back up the table now.
Anywhere past centre pockets.
Even if he only lands in line with the 8 ball black spot, he's still going to have enough on it. Matty must have hung this yellow in the bottom left corner here, I guess.
Yeah, Temmy's on the reds. He just put a pretty thin cut.
Oh.
That's not awesome. In fact, that's as bad as you could probably land.
I don't know how good Roth's is either. I think he should be able to get through it, come off the side rail and back out.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Is that the one you're on about? Sorry.
Yeah, he looks pretty straight. That's all. I don't know if he can pinch angle or not.
I don't know how much you can cheat of it to get in there.
For me, the key there was just don't land near the rail.
Or like that straight.
But even if you land straight, you can at least screw back.
True.
I think he's got enough because he's pushing through. Yeah.
No, I think he said.
Yeah, he's. Ooh.
He did as good as he probably could.
Yeah, he should be alright here.
He's pretty good at these.
I don't think the in-off's there either. I think it's going a bit wide of the corner.
Depends where he's going to play on like that check sort of shot or
If he just
bit of
plays his
running
plain
side.
ball, I think he hits near the ball line on the left side rail.
So he's playing plain ball.
Probably even higher than that.
Good call.
Yeah, I've called that
good
spot
call.
on for a change. That's
It's a
rare.
good pot too. It's a really nice pot and he's flying at the moment.
It's much easier to play those when you know the in-off's not there.
Sick. Change it to sick.
Happy birthday. Having a good day. Kylie Powers' birthday today. Happy birthday, Kylie. She's arrived in the building.
Did they fit in here? Did they fit in those guns? Those guns to squeeze in a hook. He's bigger than that. Hamster's got pretty good.
It's all winter warmth. So Matty got a chance for an out here. Just a little bit tricky with that corner ball he's got to navigate through.
That's a strange choice of shot.
Thought he would have been coming back out, down middle of the table sort of thing.
Give himself choice of balls. That's a strange shot.
Puts himself under the pump with a bit of a long pot.
Huge break from Roth as well. It's a bit of a... He must have some tunnel vision maybe. He's got something in mind.
So this ball in the corner maybe his last ball. I'm not sure. And screw back out. Play the black to the right corner if he can get straight enough. A little bit to go till we get there, but...
I think he plays this ball long. I'll be playing the ball over the hole. Oh, he's missed that ball a long way.
Yeah,
but I would have been playing the ball over the hole next.
Maybe just screw over the left side of the table off that, maybe.
Well, what I would have been doing is he's on it now, so I would have just been using side rail to come back out for the ball in the middle. But Tem locked the frame down now.
Gonna put the black in there in his next shot if he can,
I've never seen Tem lock a frame down like this before, so I don't know what to expect from him.
Matty can't play a double under the reds. Apparently breathing into the mic.
Jamie, apparently.
Bring it down a bit.
My bad. less not experienced enough, sorry.
Not his first rodeo either. Oh, he's played the double.
Yeah, that was
no good.
full of risk though, unfortunately.
It was. He's in a world of hurt now.
Just let me know if my breathing skills have deteriorated.
At least we know you're alive, mate.
I can't pull these mics away from you as much as I'm used to. Maybe I was just breathing heavily into the mic because I was excited.
Predator.
It's a good shot.
That's a good hit.
It's a very good result.
I don't even think Matty can't even play markers or anything. The red's in the way.
Yeah,
I have
red is
no
definitely
idea.
in the way.
can't really. I mean, the only place it goes is the top left, maybe the right middle if you can somehow get in under it. But he's got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, to me, he looks to be in a 4-letter word that I can't say.
Maybe 6-letter word as well. Is he fine enough?
Tell you what, he's giving himself a bit of a chance here. Underneath the black.
Coming up off 2, or 3,
off 3,
maybe.
Yeah. Try and catch it off the left side cushion and play it for the middle. It's a big ask.
You just come underneath it, you give yourself some options. You can just sort of flick it, coming off the bottom rail, side rail and back out.
I just think the black's in the
Black
way.
might be in the way. There's a lot that can go wrong with this one. Or do you just try and play on it to the top left corner and just give yourself some sort of 6 shot?
No, he's going to do something.
I don't think he's playing enough to come off 3. Oh, wow.
Oh my God, that is something.
Wow.
If any player that is in a semi-final in any comp is buzzing to get a result like that.
He knows it too, he's just called it a JT special.
JT special. Worst part is he's got a sick result where he's giving himself a chance, but this is a big shot still as well.
And then he's got to stay underneath for the black to the... It's not nice. Just still make sure he doesn't snooker himself as well.
I don't think I care about the widey, I just try and pot it.
Yeah. He would have kicked the red as well.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't going to pot, no matter even if he missed the draw. Not even off the red. I think there's too much, too far away.
Too far out.
And the worst part for Matty is the pressure on this out is 0 because that yellow is as dead as it was earlier.
That's all just 1, 2, 3, 4 for Temi.
It's a fair call from Steve Halliday, just quietly.
That's a really nice shot from Tem.
I'll tell you what though, I would have beat him the way he's playing right now. Absolutely filthy with what I'm witnessing.
Tem's hitting the ball really well, really nicely.
He's been hitting the ball well for a while now.
He's flying.
So 8-4 doubles the score, and that's never fun when you're an opponent and your opponent doubles your score. I said that really badly, but I'm sure what people understand what I meant.
It's 2 more for Tem. He find himself in the final. I think Matthew definitely has had some chances. They both had a lot of chances, but definitely more than 2 chances he's let go, which I could see it at 6 all, or woulda, coulda, shoulda, but a bit of work to get back in it now.
There's something else as well that I've just picked up off that shot Travis just played. I reckon this table's running quite a bit quicker than the one that we played on the match before. That's actually kept going and going and going. I actually felt our table was not as quick as these bottom 3 here, or at least these 2.
That's going to be the grand final.
I reckon these ones are running super quick, the ones at the front.
I played on table 1 yesterday, and it's a really nice table 1. I haven't played on any other ones, but...
Look at this, this just kept going as well.
Yeah, it did.
I really do. But the thing is, the pool I've enjoyed playing on the most has been these front 3 tables.
Yeah, I said on when I was on earlier that they're conducive to sort of good play. They just play really nice.
You can just cue the ball a bit sweeter.
Oh, wow.
He's just belted that, unfortunately. But he's just trying to make something happen now, Trav. You know, he's a fair way behind and obviously hasn't taken any chances at all, really. He's just trying to get going again, you know.
And he just, that white ball rolling on just left his angle too bad. He couldn't come back nicely.
Yeah, I really do think that the speed of the tables actually killed him in that particular occasion. I haven't paid too much attention to speed prior to that, but that one for sure.
So what's Tim's on the reds here, and he's got a chance to pop this yellow in the bottom right out. Oh, he's missed it.
Both.
It's a big miss, that one. Still this yellow down here for Matty. I don't know.
Goes off the bottom rail.
Bottom cush, off the bottom cush. Still dodgy, depending on, you know, you probably want to leave that yellow over the middle pocket last if you can.
I'm probably going to play the ball in the corner and then play that ball in the middle. If I can get on the back rail, I know that even if I stun hard in the red, I'm going to clear it to be on the ball in the middle. Yeah. So
I just don't think you want to leave that yellow in the bottom right corner as your last ball. No, obviously, you get on the black, it's just too ugly. Yeah, I'll be playing the top one as well. I suppose it's all the same as long as you get fat on.
It's a good shot.
It's good.
I think you can actually clear this red now. I think you can just drop this in and just flick past the red.
You're going to run through it?
Yeah, I
just glance off that top side of it.
The thing you've got to be sort of careful of is if the angle's not there, then you do stun it.
Looks like he's playing into it.
You create the stun angle.
Played your shot.
Yeah, create the stun angle and then...
That's a good shot. I think has he got a nice angle just to float up table a little bit?
He has, but I think
brought that red into play.
Yeah, that red's not awesome where it landed.
Still fine, just cue through it nicely. Try and pick that gap.
And did you notice Roth's not wearing the glove today?
Zelda's
been put back in her box and said, no, you will not get a run.
Too much of the spotlight last night.
I don't have any quests to complete today.
So can Matty hold this with this yellow? Can he hold it?
Yeah, I think you can drag this in.
Okay, it's still going to hit it good. Yeah, he's dragging it.
But he can come past centre and still have a chip on it.
True.
I think he's alrighty. He actually held it with ease.
Oh, yep, that helped. But he was always fine.
Yeah. Even if it missed that red, he was okay.
He cued it well. So it stays in it.
So Roth's not actually on anything here, so he's going to play the little flick off safety behind the yellow. It's got to be really thin, this. But it's good for him because he'll make the yellow on, so this is a good shot for Roth to play.
I think he's looking... What's he looking? He's looking at the one that he's closest to glance off.
Flick off it super thin.
To put it on,
go behind the other one, yeah. And then he makes it on as well. But I think his most concern is hitting a rail. Because the yellow needs to hit the rail, but then he's got to hit it too thick, so it's actually a tricky shot.
Just thin enough that he'll land fat under that
I'm actually
yellow.
more tempted to play it fuller and play it with a bit of pace and just get the white where you want it.
Surely, because the lower of the two yellow goes, it doesn't matter too much to have to play this shot.
Oh no,
that's not great.
I don't like that shot. So if you hit that slightly straighter, he just runs the white through to the bottom rail, gets a snooker. Who cares where the yellow goes?
I still thought you could have just played this yellow that's sort of more in the middle of the table, in the middle rail, and left your white under those two, because the bottom of the two still went.
That's a good shot.
It's got to get in.
I reckon that's ducked out on the touch.
Just maybe moved a tad.
Just ducked out a touch. He's filthy.
So now these yellows for Roth, neither of them. Maybe the one on the left goes if he lands on the side cush.
I think he may backdoor this off the back cushion, get a snooker.
Oh yeah, yep. Nice natural angle there for that.
Yeah, so just come off the top cushion. You've got a
not a lot that can go wrong.
No,
can it?
You got two. You got a paddock basically. You got two balls as a barrier.
And he's just going to get rid of some work up the top. I like your shot, but he might be thinking out as well.
Yeah, I'd say he probably is. But
he's just got to get on that left-hand rail. And why wouldn't you at 6-0 up?
There is a problem with the shot, I've said as well, so if he gets out of the snooker, yeah.
True. Oh, where's the middle?
There's the middle pocket.
Oh, is he on it?
I think he's on this.
Is he on it? It's alright, he just has to play this one in the middle of the table to the bottom right and back across.
I still reckon the shot I said earlier is still on.
Yeah, I still like it. But you're right, all he's going to do is touch that red in the corner.
Oh, no, not now. I'm talking about the flick off one from earlier. So behind this yellow that you were talking about.
Yeah, he's playing for this other yellow now.
Yeah, this is the shot. This is the shot I said. Yep.
Is he up, down, not there? I don't think he's left him up, down either, which is good.
Cross table's tough because the red's blocking the other one over the hole.
And he's put those yellows on, or at least looks like it should be close to plant that.
Just wondering if you can create an angle with a lot of left-hand side to take the red out of play that's near the bulk line, so you can play the angle into the red over the hole. You know what I
So
mean?
so you got to play.
So you'd be playing much further down the right side cushion with a lot of left-hand side to open up the angle to create that line, but I don't know if it's there or not.
It's a bit dodgy, isn't
So
it?
he's looking at it.
Because you definitely can't straighten it up off above the middle pocket. You're going to have to play the bottom.
Well, you could actually do that.
You reckon?
Yeah, but it's much harder to judge. See, I reckon
I still think the red's in the way
I reckon
here.
he's aiming too high. See,
Didn't have
for
enough
me,
left-hand side
for
on
me,
it.
I'm playing lower with heaps of left-hand side, so I'm giving myself more angle, like more area to sort of go into the angle.
Swing into the line.
Yeah.
I still think that red was in the way of what he was trying to do, and it would have been better to hit that than not hit anything.
Yeah, even if he hits it, he's got something, some sort of chance.
It's not giving him two.
This plant looks very gettable if he hits it inside out.
This thing is all over with two, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so too. Yep, plays it inside out. Lands perfect.
It's a good shot.
This is actually substantially quicker, this table, than the rest of the tables in the room, in my opinion.
I hadn't actually picked up on that, but I think you're right.
Oh, this is the table I played Mongrel on Friday night. I love this table.
Oh, and I'm off. I'm off, guys. I'll leave you to Jamo, and I might jump up on later, but Kenny might jump on now. But enjoy. Thanks, guys.
Okay, I'll jump on after go to the toilet. Just when you get to the
So Ross just going to lay up here and see that. And now the simple stuff to do. Meanwhile, Matty Harmon on and out. He's not giving up. He's fighting the local champ, tournament organiser. And he will go 8-6 down. Race to 10-2, guys. Don't forget. I'll just switch microphones because I've just found out that the one that I was using has got a sticky bit on it and it's stuck to the side of my head, and now my right sideburn is all sticky. That's just no good for the future of 8-ball. So Roth, he hits the jaw and just makes this black very missable. Won't be happy with that, but he'll be happy he's still at the table and got a shot. So good pot required here from Roth. This is an important pot in my eyes to keep Travis on the zero, because if he gets a frame on the board, he may get his tail up and start hitting a good ball again. He's missed that by a kilometre. Meanwhile, Matty Harmon amongst the balls again. And I'll tell you what, when the balls are going your way because you've got a big 6-0 lead, that's when the black goes dead on the side rail. If he was 6-0 down or the score's a little bit close, that black probably goes in the middle of the table and leaves Travis a pretty basic clearance. But now he's still got to do some work. No one likes playing the black down the rail at the end of a frame. Even when you're right behind it, they're still missable. So Matty now would love to be a touch off the rail, but should still be okay. I think he's got enough angle to come off side cushion and back out just past the black for that red on the left side. And if not, he's got the other one anyway as backup. But he has cleared it and he looks good. But the angle, can he actually come off a side rail and just still be on this bottom red? And even if he is, he's got to get on the black. So he may actually take the other ball first, but because he can link to it in the middle. But well, I didn't even see what Travis did there, but whatever it was, it had to have been bad. I don't know why he didn't put the ball over the hole, but maybe he's tried to play ball on ball and missed the plant. But to leave Roth a chance to win the frame like that is not good. Kenny's going to chuck on the headset that I just spoke about earlier.
Spoke about what?
You'll find out, mate.
Too loud or something, is it?
You'll find out. Welcome, Kenny. Oh, you got to turn it on too. Welcome, Kenny, aka Sticky Sideburn.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought I'd jump on and give you a bit of company with your commentating.
Big break there from Trav. Finds the ball. In fact, Trav has been having success with the break that I found.
You know what? Matty's doing really well.
Yeah,
like,
that's
how well is he doing? He's back to 7-8.
Yeah, he's playing well.
Oh, it's a bit sore.
Taking his chances. Whack him to 7 there, mate.
Yeah. Wow, good work, Matty.
Definitely plenty of support in the room. Oh, wow, and that's just a disaster for Trav. He's screwed off the ball. Gone in off.
Names are being taken out. If you want to see short list and upstairs, bear in mind you need to be here for the presentation at the conclusion of the final win prize.
I wouldn't mind getting one. Ron, can you put our names in? Can you put our names in? Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. He's getting money. I'll be here 3 hours after it. Don't worry about that. Oh, so who's my face? Sorry, Stephen Halliday saying, is it too close to my face?
It must be you, mate.
Okay.
Because you're new.
Nah, I've got it worked out.
So I didn't realise that Roth actually could take reds here. And that's an even bigger disaster for Travis because there's no way Roth's missing these with 2. And this is going to be 8-0 in about a minute and 15 seconds. As I say that, he almost misses that pot.
Okay, so hopefully that's a bit better and it's not too loud. Looks weird on my head, but yeah. So 7-8.
Next time I see Steve Halliday, I'm going to punch his face. I can't. These mics are different to Dan, so I'm just trying to adjust them properly. But hopefully, I'm better now.
I've got another set of mics. Let's have a look at that.
And Tem, look at the swing in this match. He's throwing his arms up in the air because he's found the in off. Matty's won the last 2 or 3, and then suddenly it's a swing of match. We have other mics available, so if the breathing is still an issue, do let me know, and
I might actually swap
I'll
to one of
change
those.
mics. But otherwise, I'm going to stick with this one. Roth's got 2 still. He will stun across for the black in the bottom left, I would imagine. And 8-0, as I said, in about a minute and 15 seconds. I don't know how close I was to that, but I can't have been too far off. Eight 0. And Travis is going to take a much needed break. Don't blame him. That was a unfortunate in off for him. He's actually played his ball and it's flicked off the yellow and gone in off. For some reason I actually thought he was on reds. I don't know why. One nominated him. So Matty's still with work to do. This will tell a big story, this shot.
That's a great shot. Yeah, I'm happy with that. This is a bit loud, so I'll turn it down. Is that a little bit better?
There's still work to do here in this. Like, I know that will look simple, but you've got to play this and you've got to get sort of straight on this yellow in the middle. Now, ideally what you want to do is punch this in and see the gap of 2 reds and get out offside centre table. Then you give yourself heaps of options, and that's exactly what he's done. It's a good shot. But still work to do. The only reason I keep saying this is the transition's kind of back and forth. It's not all sort of one-way traffic heading in the same direction. So even the angle he's got on here, you know, even if he screws off it and then cuts the yellow that's below it in the middle, then plays the black down inside the yellow inside the black, he's still got to make sure he's on the black because he's almost certain to catch the black.
Yeah. So Stephen Halliday, it's Kenny here. Just tell me if this is too loud or if I'm breathing in. I just need to hear if it's all good.
So Matty said, you know what, it's much smarter to do this.
Okay, so too loud.
Doesn't have to get anything too fancy, you just got to drop it in. Would like to get a little straighter on the shallow, so he may run through this. No, he's going to stun it. Oh, he's missed the pot. And I do believe he's sacrificed a little bit of pot for the position to try and hold the white. That's why I think running through would have been fine. You get that little bit straighter that you wanted to be on the yellow, and you don't sacrifice the pot in the interim.
So how's this? Is this any better for... this is Kenny here, just checking to see if this is any better.
And Tem throws a handbag at that red, and the match has definitely swung momentum-wise.
I like yellows now.
Yes. And, I just spoke to Steve Jamieson earlier that the type of handbag that Tem just threw at that that red was one. Steve Jamison's missus has got an $8,000 bag. $8,000. I didn't even know you could buy a handbag for $8,000.
Whoa.
Good shot from Matty.
About to be 8 all.
Yeah, eliminated the requirement to play inside black and risk not being on the black. And just wants to catch this pretty thin. Doesn't want the white ball to sort of travel over towards the reds.
He just needs to pot it. Just needs to pot it. That's it. Ooh, I don't like it. It worked, but I didn't like it.
Those shots.
If that had hit full ball on that, didn't like it. 8 all. Yeah, this is a match I want to see.
And the local support, the claps start going around the room, and it's up to Tem to deal with this. He's been deep so many times in the tournament, hasn't been able to get over the line.
Hey, if we could get everyone to share this, the more people we get to watch this, the better. So tell everyone about the spectacle you're watching at the moment. I'd love to see a Hill with Matty Harmon and Tem.
It's unlikely we're going to see one with Roth and Trav, although I think that's 8-0 too, mate.
Oh, 8-0 for Trav, okay. For Roth.
Yeah. If it does get Hill, then that's a very big effort from Trav.
Oh, I tried to come back. It's not easy.
I attempted to come back, it was short-lived. I think I got one frame deeper.
Yeah. Is it 8 all? 8 all. That's... Jeez.
Matty has committed the cardinal sin.
He's done it a number of times now.
The cardinal sin of when you've got the boots in and you've got your opponent on the pump, You just take the pressure off them by giving them 2 off the break.
You think he's going to go yellows?
Yes, I do.
I don't like the one above the black.
Yeah, I think it still goes
You reckon?
in the middle.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think there's enough gap between the yellow and the black. I'll have a look at the table. It'll tell me more. Oh, it's close.
I don't like it. I really don't. I think
He's got
reds
2,
are the.
So
Sorry, why does he have 2?
because Matty went off the table.
Oh, I thought he went in, not off the table.
No, I'm sure I heard it bounce.
That's weird. No.
I'm sure he went for a walk.
Here, have a
to grab
look.
it.
Oh, here. Let's go back and have a look.
I'm sure he went for a walk to grab it.
Is it? Yes. How do you double click forward? I know that you can. Why can't I get it to go forward anymore? Oh, here we go. It's going to have a break now and we'll have a look at it. While he's... Ooh, he's
That's perfect.
got nicely on it.
We'll be able to play middle of the 3 yellows, bottom right, and then from there,
Oh,
the
okay,
other
so I'm
yellow
still too
towards the
loud.
pocket. And while Roth, tricky ball to the middle. Good shot from Tem. Roth's missed that ball to the middle. That was tricky.
Here we... Okay, so just tell me if it's too loud now. It's Kenny again. If it's too loud, I'll just turn it down more. I still don't like the yellow and black.
Well, I'm sure he's got 2.
Well,
So he just went
Yeah,
and picked the white
he
ball
did.
up off the floor.
he did.
Yeah.
Okay. Back live.
Well, not very often you see Tem needing the rest. He's a pretty tall unit. I'll tell you what, if this yellow doesn't go, why not play it now? Just promote it.
He probably wants it all in one shot, so he'll try and break into the black. Oh, okay, maybe not.
I reckon it goes. I reckon he's played for it there.
No, it goes where?
In the middle. I reckon he's played for it there.
Nah, not enough. Not enough. I think it's too much angle.
I think you may be an amateur at this, Kenny.
Well, from the angle I'm looking at. Oh, well, yes, amateur for sure. It didn't look like it from here.
Travis is trying to get going. You can see him actually speeding up. He's trying to get going, but he's just not feeling it yet.
Ooh, I don't know about that. Black doesn't go in this corner in one shot.
That's a good shot from Travis.
Good extraction.
But he's landed. Oh, no, he's okay. He's got the plant. He's not too bad. Good shot from Tem.
Oh, tell you what, looked like it was in a jaw.
He's not even going to bother going using 2.
Okay, I can go softer.
Oh, look at this. He's done the layup.
Okay.
He's done the Jay Stevens. That is one of my specialties, folks. I don't have many specialties, but that little layup shot is one of my specialty shots.
Okay, that's
So 9-8 to Tem after a very, very bad error from Matty jumping that wide off the table. That's just alleviated the pressure that Tem was under.
Now let me talk for a second, Jamie. I just want to see if this is actually a better volume now, everyone. Just let me know.
You sound not talk too much, mate.
Everyone's telling me to go lower and lower, so this should be about it now.
Good shot from Trav. Still, he's not got that wide on a string. No, he's not even hitting the jaws. And that's disappointing to see if you're a Travis Crawley fan. And it's a little frustrating for me to watch also.
Well, he's not going off the table.
Wow, that's a big break from Tem. He's got... Yeah,
Yellows.
he's good. No, he's
got
going
yellows.
reds. Reds all day here.
Yeah.
The black is the only tricky ball when it goes to the right middle.
Finally got the volume right. Yeah, you're right. Reds. Shouldn't
I
even.
think he's just going to leave this one that's on the bottom left till last.
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
Just to
then
run through anywhere near the bottom there. He's going to have a shot in
And
the
then the
middle.
black in the middle, yeah.
That's not a good shot from Roth.
Yeah, if anyone can pot this one, though, he can.
I think he'll play it as a bit of a shot to nothing, but he would have liked to have been much straighter.
He just put a lot of bottom left on it, put it on the back rail. Did he just go yellows?
He did just go yellows. What would I know about this game?
That was my first thought, was yellows.
I just didn't like it because of the blind side rail. You don't have to deal with it. But he must think, well, he doesn't want to deal with the more precise precision required on the black. So
Yeah. Well, this gets rid of the yellows around the black, so...
it's a good shot from Roth.
Roth. You.
See, look at the shot to nothing he's played there.
It's no good him if it missed.
Absolute beautiful. You can also play this, you know, like
I don't
screw
know.
off it.
I don't know about the yellow down the rail now. Oh,
Don't worry about that
that's a
now.
big miss.
He wasn't missing these earlier. It's because he's under the pump now, getting towards the business end, and he knows Matty's playing well.
Doesn't want to be on an early flight home.
That's missed by a fair bit.
Roth missed. That's one of the first misses I've seen in a while.
This is interesting, this, because you can either play this as a safety, or you can full-blooded take the pot on and knock it in and
Nice
be
shot.
perfectly on the black. Now, if you're 8-0 up,
Do you
you
reckon-
take the red on.
Do you reckon he's going to kick into this red on the last ball? Off the middle? He'll get good angle to go half ball off that,
I
or
think-
flick off it. So pot the top red
Yeah, I
first.
think you've got to play it next shot, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what Trav does here, because he's 8-0 down. This is tough to take on.
He's just going to... It's really just a...
His
gotta
elbow,
get
his elbow moves a lot. Jeez, he's missed that by an absolute kilometre.
Oh.
He's got away with it.
He did get away with it.
But he's trying to win, though. So you can't hold that against him.
That's weird. What's Matty doing?
He's underhit it.
Yeah, I thought he would have just kept it where it was. I know he wanted it closer, but you could have put in where you wanted it by leaving it there.
Roth's doing his extra special
He's going to put
stretch
wide
over.
on the top rail, open the black towards the corner.
Do you know what he's done there? He's basically said, Trav, you have not
Yeah.
pot a ball in 3 years.
Till the match before.
He has missed everything by at least, well, he's not hitting jaws. So if he nails this, he deserves it. But Roth has just gone, you know what? Take it on. You're 8-0 down. You've missed everything.
Matty, oh, great. Oh, you know what? He's got the angle
Got
now.
a second bite of the
He's
cherry.
got the angle that he didn't have before.
Good shot
Yeah.
from Trav. Jeez, his arm moved out a lot there. and
he pumps it, gives himself.
I wouldn't get too excited. Yeah, he's got to pop this first.
Didn't hear that, did he? No. Okay, good.
Natural in off angle. Oh, hang on. Where's this white ball going? It's found its way in.
Jamie, that's all you know.
I said natural. What do you say?
Great.
He's conceded the match.
Ooh.
I don't believe
No, he
in
can't.
that.
No, he hasn't conceded the
He's
match.
conceded the match.
You don't concede the match. It's just like in snooker, you get a massive fine for conceding the frame.
Now, all I'm going to say to people at home that are new to the game or they're trying to get better, no matter what your position is, even if you're 9-0 down, race to 10, don't ever concede a match. Always keep fighting.
I'll change it to 10 then, I guess.
It's very disappointing to see that. I will. So, I mean, I know he's just gone in off that and he's feeling horrible, but keep fighting, hang in there, and at least try and get your scoreboard up a bit.
What a...
Oh, look at this shot.
Oh, and he's kicked it towards the
He's
middle
on it.
too.
He's on it.
Wow. What a shot.
I'll tell you what, he's had a few results like that, Matty, where he's getting some good little rubs. He won't be unhappy with them. This is still a missable pot, but I expect him to get it.
Come on, Matty. Yes, 9. Hill. I called Hill.
And there's absolutely no bias at all here from Kenny.
Yeah, no bias at all. Come on, Matty.
Here I am, a Victorian, with a Victorian playing, well, UK/Victorian, and on no bias being shown.
No. Oh. It's going to be a couple of comments about that.
Yeah, look, I'm sure that'll bring up a few comments. Look, like I said, I don't agree with it. I think it's, for lack of a better words, poor form. But as I said, it's mentally it's really tough. You know,
He wasn't feeling it. Yeah.
he played. Look, he did. He played very well against me, and obviously it just didn't happen for him out there in his following match. So.
It's weird.
Anyway, it's done now. And this is the focus, 9-all, to get in the final against the Roth. And good effort from Roth. This is his second final in a row.
Screen capture.
And Roth also had a horrible draw. His 16 draw, he had to play Woodsy. So he's earned his stripes. I don't know if Tim's ultra happy with that. He has got the angle on the red to play the kick out on the other red, but he's going to be trusting to a little bit of luck because it's just a bit thin to control. I don't think he's got a lot of choices other than to play that unless he chooses to play the double in the middle. So it just needs a little bit of luck here, Tim, when he plays his dismount. And he hasn't really got the luck. And this is what I mean. Like, it's easy to say, oh, yeah, just pop this and get the extraction. But it's all about the position afterwards. And the position is a disaster. Really weird how those reds are situated now. There's sort of like a couple that are right next to each other and 2-on-2. I guess if you look at it like that, it's an upside down horse. Nay. Not a bad shot from Tim, given where he actually was. He didn't really have a lot on offer. Unfortunately, he's made those reds even worse.
Oh. Yeah, that's all right.
But Matty's got a bit of work to do himself here. Just he really wants to take this ball on the rail because he knows if he does, it's just going to open up a frame-winning opportunity. But there's also quite a bit of risk attached to it. You kind of want to play it with some left-hand side, but not enough to drift towards middle pocket. You want to pick that gap. So this is, to me, it's tricky to take this shot on. So he's opting for a different option, and I don't blame him. And this offers a lot more sort of safety slash shot to nothing available to it as well. Tried to actually play behind the black, did he? I'm not sure there. He's hit that pretty hard. I don't think Tim's got a lot on offer here. He's got the cut to the top right and then hope that he doesn't pot the yellow off the red. He hasn't done that. Hasn't got the right angle. And he's done the extended stretch, the extended lean I like to call. I do them now and then. Just throw a little bit of, that's no good.
Window configure.
I expect Matty to get these actually. It's all about his transition on the two top balls on the rail. Doesn't want to leave them both till last. I think he'd like to leave one of the two on the balk line till last, just so that way it's a bit easier for the black. But having said that, you know, any angle where you can just drop in the yellow and come back to the balk line area or slightly past is a very gettable black. So for me, this is a key shot coming up because he's got to make a good pot regardless of which ball he takes. And he's missed it. As I said, a good pot had to be made there. He's got a bit of fortune.
He has too. Because he's going to run out if that was open.
Yeah, that's huge fortune, actually. And as I said, I think Matty's had a pretty decent run of the balls, all in all. I don't think he'd be too upset. And he's also played some great pool to marry up with that. So That's what creates winning score lines. Smart shot
Good
from
shot.
Tim. He's identified it well.
What's he going to do with the bottom top right?
I'm
Any
gonna,
thoughts?
I'm going to assume he's going to try and open up one of these two in the middle so he can get an extraction.
Yeah, don't like it.
Just sometimes you've got to get a bit more creative because you're in huge trouble.
Jeez, he played that short.
He's actually good here. He's good here. So
Nah.
hear me out, Kenny.
Yeah, okay. I'll hear you.
So he's gonna play this bottom ball, just pretty much plain ball, and then he's got the angle to punch the bottom of the top left, and then go take the white ball right side and get the extraction. Still has to land on it, but it gives him a chance because at the moment he's got not much chance. So
I think he wanted to bring that white back further on that shot. He jabbed at it. The shot he just played.
yeah, he was probably thinking taking it in the middle and just flicking
Yeah.
onto the yellow,
Yeah.
so he had backup ball. But I think
It doesn't matter. He can't get into that red and yellow from here.
okay, so we've
Yeah.
just been told the angle on this red is not as straight as it looks. So the shot I've said is probably not on, unless you punch it off a side rail and back across. But that's a real big force shot.
That close too. Oh, you're talking about this one. Yeah, the bottom one.
He's going to screw back and try and get on the ball in the middle for the same
Actually,
angle.
that's a great shot.
I don't think he's got it. I don't think it's there.
I think he can run through, but he can put a lot of top right on top right.
I think he goes into the yellow.
You wouldn't be surprised if he puts top right on this, off the top rail into those two.
Yeah, he's got to get the
Yeah,
white ball to float.
past that yellow.
He's got to arc past the yellow.
A lot of right hand side. Yeah,
There it is.
and he's missed it. No, he's missed it. You know what? He's now going to be fighting uphill battle.
That's pretty big effort though.
Yeah. He just needs to take control of that.
I actually
corner.
wonder if he's looking at the face card double. I actually wonder if this is gettable. He's got a lot of stuff to keep out of the way of the cross table.
He's not going across.
He's got to. He's got no choice. He had to play it, but he had so much stuff to get out of the way.
See, now he's going to be tied up big time.
I think
He can even afford to do an easy snooker because he can't come off the blacks in the way for the single rail out.
Yeah, look, mate, he may drop, not this shot, but maybe the next one he may drop a snooker in.
I reckon he should do it now.
I like putting the ball on the side right, on the balk line first, screwing across, and then you can run the yellow up towards the middle.
I don't know why he wants to.
He's going to play the shot, I just said, is he, or is he playing the ball in the middle? I like running this up to the middle and getting a snooker.
I don't know why, I just don't.
How come you don't like anything I say, Kenny?
You and I play a different game. Just worried that he's not going to get the snooker, that's all. Actually, that's a good shot.
I know you say it, because he played it. I suggest you think it's horrible.
Yeah.
He plays it and it's a good shot.
Can he come off two? He'll come off two rails.
He has to come off two, and he's got to cloud it.
Bit of left-hand side.
Actually, come off three. You want to come in behind it.
If he misses it, he won't be happy. He's wrong angle. Don't like his angle on it.
Oh, he's potted.
No.
Wow.
No.
And sometimes you
no.
need a bit of luck in this game, and Tam has just found that luck.
I don't know what to say. I'm devastated for Matty.
That's sick. That is absolutely sick.
Absolutely devastated. Oh, wow.
As I said, sometimes you need a bit of luck to win a tournament. Is that the luck he needs to win, to get to the final and beat the Roth, or will Roth prevail? Not sure what time the final starts, guys, but it won't be too far away, so stay tuned.
Yeah.
We'll get set up and we'll come back a little later. Cheers, guys.
Okay, I have to